Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here with Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. It's 4 p.m. Eastern Time on the 3rd of July, and we have a large part of the mid-Atlantic up into the Hudson Valley that is under a severe thunderstorm watch for this evening. You can see it here in the pink colors running from eastern North Carolina through much of Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, eastern Pennsylvania, south central Pennsylvania, and southeast New Jersey, and into the Hudson Valley. It cuts off right through New York City. And we are seeing some activity on the radars, which we'll get to right now. And again, this is as of 4 p.m. There's an organized line moving through eastern North Carolina as of 4 p.m. And you see numerous severe thunderstorms and special marine warnings there. So thunderstorms become a bit more scattered in nature at this hour through Virginia and Pennsylvania, clustered in upstate New York. With a few heavier cells in there. We'll probably see a few of these bubble up to severe between now and say 8 or 9 o'clock as an upper trough and cold front move to the east. So you can see it on the analysis here at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Very juicy dew points in Connecticut, the Hudson Valley, down through New Jersey, Pennsylvania, dew points in the upper 60s. They rise up into the low 70s when you get down into Maryland and Delaware and Virginia. Even a few mid-70s dew points. So we're really looking at here a fairly juiced up atmosphere. So we'll just keep our eyes on the radar. That's all we can really do at this point. It's even the short-range models. Usually my experience with dealing with these short-range models is that when you get these thunderstorms, some of them picked up on it and some of them don't. Now, if you take a look here, this is the HRRR at 3 o'clock. It's got nothing. You take a look at the radar, it's got something. So you know that the HRRR is probably not going to be doing a pretty good job with this. And they start to finally bubble up here through the evening hours and move on to the east. But they look pretty well underdone. And then we go to the NAM, for example, which has more widespread. This is a new NAM that's coming out right now, so it has more widespread thunderstorm activity bubbling up through this evening and tonight. And that's kind of what we're going to go with here with respect to what's going to happen on the radar. It'll probably blossom out some more, so be on the lookout that there could be some severe thunderstorms. Some of you will get them, and some of you won't. That's just pretty much the nature of how these things go. Now, on the satellite, we can always check out the extent of the lightning strikes and how they're evolving. And you'll notice on this 4-hour loop that they are evolving rather rapidly to the south anyway. A couple of strikes going on up further north in northern New Jersey and the Hudson Valley and points northward from there. And again, it'll all be about what the radar shows through the rest of this evening. We do want to point out that for tomorrow, the Storm Prediction Center has a large area of marginal risk. So this would be for isolated severe thunderstorms embedded in perhaps areas of scattered thunderstorms from southern New England, the lower and middle Hudson Valley, New York City, Long Island, New Jersey, much of Pennsylvania, down through cutting Virginia and North Carolina in half, the eastern half in it, the western half not. And then the marginal risk cuts back across the Gulf states. We also have an enhanced area of severe weather for tomorrow in southern Nebraska and northwestern Kansas, fairly large area of slight risk from eastern Colorado and southeastern Wyoming, northeastward into western Wisconsin and into Minnesota. I just want to also go back to the day one outlook, which is for tonight, because I neglected to mention that we do have a 2% tornado risk from say south of Route 78 down to the Virginia-North Carolina state line and extending a bit westward, and also a 2% risk across western South Dakota into Wyoming. And on the categorical risk tonight in the plains, you see slight to enhanced risk going on over there. Rainfall totals for this week, a bit on the bullish side in parts of the Northeast, a half an inch or more. Some of these thunderstorms being slow moving could produce, so not impossible. It'll be relatively uneven. Some places, yes, some places less, some places more. Also, a max area in the middle Mississippi Valley extending into the Central Plains, but everybody east of the Rockies on the order of 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a half over the next 7 days. So let's take you through the NAM. We'll take it on the NAM in the short range, And I'll just back it up. And again, you see the activity here this evening as it moves on, as it plays on through. Even a few cells that develop for the overnight, they'll continue to the northeast. Looks like there might be some around tomorrow morning, and then some showers and thunderstorms late in the day tomorrow. But they should be out by about 8 o'clock or so, and then it's done. So I'm thinking fireworks displays tomorrow may go off okay, although you might be biting your nails a little bit until the thunderstorms get out of the way. Wednesday looks okay, other than an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Same for Thursday. Temperatures are going to be very warm the next 4 days or so. Look for highs in the mid-80s to around 90 degrees. Humidity levels will be on the high side. And then as we move on to the end of the week, this is when we probably start to see the next cold front beginning its approach. And perhaps we could see some showers and thunderstorms Friday evening up and down the East Coast. And at least at this point, another little upper trough comes through with maybe a shower or thunderstorm Saturday night. You know, in these types of situations in the summertime, if an onshore flow is not involved, much of the time you're going to spend rain-free. So say figure 70 to 80% of the time it'll be fine, and 10 to 20% of the time may have to deal with some showers and storms. We'll be going through this in great detail tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So we hope to see you then.